Welcome to Dark Narratives, where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs. Get ready to be captivated by a story that will haunt your dreams. I will be your guide through the darkness, your companion on this mysterious journey. From the chilling folklore of the Bell Witch to the haunting mysteries of Salem, our narratives will guide you through the darkest recesses of the human psyche. Each episode will transport you to a world where the veil between the living and the dead is dangerously thin. Brace yourself for the tale of the Bell Witch haunting. Once upon a time, in the rural town of Adams, Tennessee, nestled amidst the rolling hills and dense forests, there lived a family known as the Bell family. John Bell, a respected farmer, his wife Lucy, and their children, Elizabeth, John Jr., and Betsy, were well liked by their neighbors. However, their peaceful existence was about to be shattered by an otherworldly presence, the infamous Bell Witch. It began innocently enough, with unexplained noises echoing through the walls of the Bell household. The children would wake in the dead of night, startled by the sound of heavy footsteps pacing the hallways, despite there being no one there. Objects would mysteriously move from one place to another, leaving the family baffled and anxious. As time went on, the Bell Witch's presence grew bolder. It started to speak, a disembodied voice, filling the air with chilling laughter and haunting messages. The voice addressed John Bell directly, calling out his name and tormenting him with dark secrets of his past. The witch seemed to know things no one else could possibly know, revealing the depths of the family's fears and desires. News of the supernatural occurrences spread like wildfire, attracting curious onlookers and skeptics alike. Even the local school teacher, Richard Powell, decided to pay a visit to the Bell residence to investigate the claims firsthand. Upon entering the home, he was met with the same eerie phenomena: furniture sliding across the room, invisible hands tugging at his clothes, and the unnerving voice mocking his skepticism. Then, the Bell Witch's presence escalated to physical assaults. Betsy, the youngest of the Bell children, bore the brunt of the witch's wrath. She was violently pulled from her bed, her hair tugged and twisted, leaving her terrified and scarred. The witch seemed to take pleasure in tormenting Betsy, whispering sinister threats into her ear when no one else was around. Desperate for help, the Bell family turned to their community, who, in turn, sought assistance from renowned spiritual leaders and exorcists. One such individual, a reverend named Joshua Gardner, conducted a series of exorcism rituals in an attempt to rid the Bell household of the witch's presence. But the witch only grew angrier, mocking the reverend and his futile attempts to banish her. Months turned into years, and the Bell Witch's reign of terror continued unabated. It became clear that the witch had a personal vendetta against John Bell, whom she blamed for her own untimely death. The witch claimed to be Kate Batts, a neighbor of the Bell family, who believed she had been cheated by John in a land dispute before her death. On a fateful day in December 1820, John Bell fell gravely ill. His condition deteriorated rapidly, and despite the best efforts of doctors, he succumbed to his illness. It was believed that the Bell Witch had poisoned him, as she had long threatened to do. With John Bell's passing, the Bell Witch vanished as suddenly as she had appeared, leaving behind a legacy of fear and mystery. But, as the years passed and the legend of the Bell Witch grew, and darkness fell upon the town of Adams, Tennessee. To this very day, there are whispers that the Bell Witch's curse still lingers. Locals claim that, on moonless nights, a spectral figure can be seen lurking in the shadows near the Bell homestead. It is said that the witch's presence manifests in the wind that howls through the trees, a chilling reminder of her enduring power. Those who dare venture near the Bell property speak of inexplicable sensations. This ghostly voice carries on the breeze, echoing the torment of the past and the feeling of icy fingers grazing their skin. Some swear they have glimpsed the vengeful spirit of Kate Batts, her eyes filled with an eternal rage. The tale of the Bell Witch stands as a testament to the thin veil that separates our world from the realm of the supernatural. Some say she was a vengeful spirit, seeking justice, while others believe she was an incarnation of dark energy, haunting the Bell family for reasons that defy explanation. Whatever the truth may be, the tale of the Bell Witch serves as a chilling reminder that there are forces in this world that we cannot comprehend, a reminder that there are things that go bump in the night, waiting in the shadows to remind us of the fragility of our existence. Story number 2. Today, we will explore the depths of folklore, urban legends, and supernatural mysteries. Deep within the ancient land of Israel existed a small village called Endor. In this place of mystique and superstition, rumors whispered through the shadows of a woman, a sorceress of great power and darkness. She was known as the Witch of Endor. The villagers feared her, for they believed she possessed the ability to communicate with the spirits of the dead. Her name invoked terror and intrigue as tales of her sinister rituals spread throughout the region. But it was the desperate King Saul who, driven by his own upcoming doom, sought out the Witch of Endor to fulfill his morbid desires. As night fell over the land, King Saul, plagued by his fears, ventured through the dark woods surrounding Endor. The gnarled branches clawed at his cloak, whispering their dreadful secrets. His heart pounded with anticipation as he approached the hut of the witch, its dilapidated structure casting ominous shadows. The Witch of Endor, inside the hut, prepared for the king's arrival. Her walls were adorned with ancient symbols, and a fire crackled in the center, casting macabre dancing shadows across the room. The air hung heavy with the scent of herbs and the promise of forbidden knowledge. With an air of both trepidation and determination, King Saul entered the chamber. His eyes darted nervously around, taking in the flickering candlelight and the mysterious objects that adorned the room. The Witch of Endor stood before him, a figure cloaked in darkness, her eyes gleaming with an unsettling light. Without uttering a word, the Witch of Endor began her incantations. Her voice resonated with an otherworldly power, weaving through the air like an ethereal melody. The room grew colder, and an eerie mist swirled around them, carrying with it the presence of the departed. Suddenly, from the depths of the netherworld, a ghostly figure materialized, a vision of the prophet Samuel himself. The spirit, summoned by the witch's dark arts, stemmed a cold, otherworldly energy. Its voice echoed through the chamber, a haunting sound that sent shivers down King Saul's spine. He prophesied the king's inevitable doom, his defeat in a forthcoming battle that would claim his life. The Witch of Endor had summoned the spirit of a dead prophet, unraveling the delicate balance between the realms of the living and the deceased. Terror seized King Saul, as the weight of his fate settled upon his shoulders. The Witch of Endor had become an instrument of his downfall, her powers mingling with the supernatural forces that govern the universe. In his desperation, he realized the actual cost of meddling with the dark arts. True to the chilling prophecy, the battle arrived, and King Saul met his fate. His life was extinguished on the battlefield, just as the Witch of Endor had foretold. The villagers spoke of the witch's power with a mix of awe and fear, forever haunted by the consequences of her macabre rituals. The Witch of Endor, forever enigmatic, continued to visit her hut, surrounded by whispers and shadows. Her name became etched in the annals of history, a testament to the dangers of unlocking the forbidden secrets of the spirit world. To this day, the story of the Witch of Endor serves as a haunting reminder of the perils of delving into the realm of darkness and the eternal consequences that befall those who dare to summon forces beyond mortal comprehension. The villagers of Endor still whisper her name in hushed tones, a testament to the lingering presence of the Witch of Endor and the chilling power she wielded. Story number 3. For our last story, we delve into the dark and haunted past of Salem, Massachusetts, as we explore the bone-chilling tale of the Salem witch trials. In the year 1692, Salem was a town gripped by fear and suspicion. Accusations of witchcraft tore through the community like wildfire, leading to a frenzy of trials and persecution. Join us as we travel back in time, witnessing the relentless pursuit of justice and the depths of human paranoia. Through the eyes of those who lived it, we will unravel the mysteries surrounding the Salem witch trials. Prepare yourselves for a journey into the heart of darkness, where innocence was betrayed, lives were destroyed, and the legacy of Salem forever changed. This is the story of the Salem witch trials. Stay tuned as we peel back the layers of history and unearth the secrets that lie beneath the surface. In the quiet town of Salem, Massachusetts, a dark cloud of fear and suspicion descended upon its residents in the year 1692. It was a time when the line between reality and the supernatural blurred, and accusations of witchcraft tore the community apart. This is the chilling tale of the Salem witch trials. The story began innocently enough with two young girls, Betty Paris and Abigail Williams, who fell ill with mysterious afflictions. Their bodies contorted in convulsions, their screams filled the night, and the townsfolk were gripped by an unsettling fear. Desperate to find an explanation, they turned to the supernatural. Rumors of witchcraft spread like wildfire, and the blame was cast upon the most vulnerable in the community, those who stood out, held different beliefs, or invoked envy. Accusations flew, families turned against each other, and the once tight-knit town became a breeding ground for paranoia. The accused were brought before the courts, where spectral evidence and dubious testimonies were accepted as undeniable proof of guilt. The atmosphere was thick with tension as the accused faced their accusers, knowing their lives hung in the balance. In the courtroom, a palpable sense of malice remained. The accused endured cruel tests and torturous examinations, searching for the devil's mark, a sign that they had made a pact with the devil. False confessions were extracted, coerced by fear and the relentless pursuit of justice. In the Salem witch trials, the town became a breeding ground for suspicion and paranoia. The accusers, often young girls, claimed to be afflicted by supernatural forces, leading to a frenzy of finger-pointing and accusations. The court proceedings were filled with eerie testimonies and dramatic spectacles that further fueled the hysteria. The accused faced unimaginable horrors during their trials. They were subjected to witch tests, such as the infamous swimming test, where they were bound and thrown into bodies of water. If they floated, it was believed to be evidence of their guilt, as witches were believed to have rejected the sacrament of baptism. Prisons were filled with accused witches, and their confinement was a harrowing experience. Cold, damp cells became their homes. Their only solace the sounds of their own muffled moans and the haunting echoes of others in nearby cells. Many prisoners faced extreme neglect, enduring hunger, illness, and the psychological torment of their impending fate. The courtroom itself was a place of fear and manipulation. The accusers, often in a state of heated terror, would accuse innocent individuals with fantastical tales of spectral visitations and supernatural afflictions. The accused were often denied legal representation and had little chance of defending themselves against the onslaught of false accusations. One of the most chilling aspects of the Salem witch trials was the concept of spectral evidence. This meant that the testimony of supposed victims of witchcraft, who claimed to see the accused in their spectral forms tormenting them, was considered legitimate evidence in court. This opened the floodgates for baseless accusations and further perpetuated the cycle of fear and paranoia. As the trials progressed, an air of hysteria took hold. The town was gripped by a collective madness, fueled by the belief that witches roamed freely among them. Friends turned on friends, family members accused their own kin, and innocent lives were destroyed by the frenzy of fear. The accused faced imprisonment, and the dungeons of Salem were filled with cries of despair. Rumors of spectral visits and ghostly apparitions haunted the incarcerated, leaving them tormented and questioning their own sanity. But it wasn't just the jailed who suffered. The spectral presence of the accused seeped into the minds of the accusers. Nightmares plagued their sleep, phantom whispers echoed through their homes, and the line between reality and delusion blurred. As the trials ended, the injustice's weight became obvious. The Salem witch trials claimed the lives of 20 innocent people, executed for crimes they did not commit. Innocent lives were lost, families were torn apart, and a community was left scarred by guilt and regret. The aftermath of the trials brought a collective sense of shame as the realization of the tragic consequences of unchecked fear and ignorance settled upon the town. Today, Salem stands as a haunting reminder of the Salem witch trials. The historic sites, such as the courthouse and the old jails, serve as sad reminders of the dark chapter in history. Visitors can feel the weight of the past, and eerie tales continue to be told about the spirits of the wrongfully accused lingering in the shadows of the town. The scars of the trials remain etched into the fabric of Salem's history. The names of the accused serve as a solemn reminder of the dangers of unchecked fear and the consequences of allowing suspicion to govern our actions. The echoes of their trials serve as a chilling reminder that the darkness within humanity can be far more terrifying than any supernatural force. As we reach the end of our spine-chilling journey through the realm of scary stories, we are left with a profound realization. Fear has the power to both captivate and terrify us, to transport us to the darkest corners of our imagination. Throughout history, we have been fascinated by the unknown, by the supernatural and the macabre. Scary stories have a way of gripping our souls, inviting us to confront our deepest fears and explore the boundaries of our imagination. Whether it's through folklore, urban legends, or chilling true accounts, scary stories provide an escape into the unknown, a world where the darkness within us and the forces that lie beyond our comprehension collide. As we bid farewell to these haunting tales, let us remember that the allure of the scary story is not merely in the thrill it provides, but in the profound questions it poses about the nature of our existence and our own mortality. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the realms of fear and the supernatural. May these stories continue to fuel our imaginations and remind us of the power that lies in the shadows.